All right. Now, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the actual time you're meeting this video or this video meets you through your phones or your device. Now, Igbanke is a community whereby a lot of things has actually gone wrong, and this our generations is trying to correct most of those things. All right. Now, I did a video before now saying that we have allowed strangers to tell us our history. Now, for the benefit of those ones who might be angry that I'm using more of English than the normal Igbanke language, I'm very sorry for that, but I want this video to go viral, and I also want people to also understand where I'm also driving at. You understand? So thank you for that, your understanding. Now, a lot of things have gone wrong in Igbanke. A lot of peoples have just barged into our community and start telling us some certain stories that many of us or many of our fathers might have believed, but they have showed away their real identity, and we, this generation, is trying to bring them back, like I said before. Now, one of the things I want to talk today is concerning the name of one particular kingdom, one of the great kingdom in Igbanke. I'm talking of Oliji. Now, you see where I write here, I said, how do we pronounce it? Is it Oliji or Oligi? All right. Now, normally, what we the Igbanke people do pronounce is not the number 2 words, which is Oligi. The Oligi is being pronounced by the Benins, all right? It's not from that particular community. The Benins do pronounce it Oligi. But the main indigenes of Igbanke, the main indigenes of Oliji people do pronounce it as Oliji, which is the first one. Now, my question is, why then are we spelling it as Oligi? What happened to the J? Now, we removed the J and put G because that is the tongue of the Beninese. Now, I posted a write-up on Facebook and somebody commented this particular one you're saying right here. He said the first one, but normally pronounce is Oligi. But it's Oligi. I'm from Igboto. All right. Now, this Igboto person is saying that what we do pronounce it is Oligi, which is the first one, and not the second one. So the second one is the spelling. In other words, something has gone wrong with the spelling. Something has gone wrong with this particular number 2. And this one was because of political ambition of our people. All right. Now, I would say this more of political because at that time I discovered that a lot of things have gone wrong due to political issues. All right. Now, if you see here, the difference between these two is the G and the J. All right. Now, they have turned our head to let us know that we are Oligi instead of Oliji. All right. Now, the Oliji is the Igbo's language, which is the number 1 spelling there, is the Igbo's language. Why the Oligi is the Benin language. Now, the issue is, we said we are not Beninese. Then still yet, why do we still pronounce Oligi? I think this is number 1 thing the Oligi people need to change. They need to change their names on how they spell their names so that people will start getting used to it. All right? It's very, very much important that we start correcting a lot of things. Apart from because it's the Beninese, because it's the right word. The right word, what you pronounce is what you write. You don't write what you don't pronounce. So the important thing there is this, that we should start going back to correct a lot of things that need to be corrected, and which I believe that at this time, the Oliji people need to start correcting how they spell their name. It's not Oligi. Is Oliji. Even the pronunciation tells. When you ask an Oliji person to pronounce his name, he will pronounce it Oliji, not Oligi. Go to the comment section and tell me what you think about this particular video. And guess what? Subscribe to this channel because I'm still coming back again for another discovery in Igbanke.